Hello and welcome to the virtual open day of the Master's degree in Southeast European Studies, Politics, History and Economics. My name is Susanna Verney. I'm an associate professor at the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, and I'm the current director of the program. Could we have the next slide, please? So the program is based at the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, founded in 1837, and the oldest university in the Balkans and the Eastern Mediterranean. It's also the largest university in Greece today. The Master's degree in Southeast European Studies was founded in 1999, and it was the very first English language postgraduate program at the University of Athens. Now there are many more, but we were the pioneers. What that means is that the upcoming academic year, 2023 to 24, is our 25th year of operation. So we have almost a quarter century of experience behind us. The program was founded in the aftermath of the wars in the former Yugoslavia. After the end of the wars, the international community held a meeting at the Royaumont Palace just outside Paris, which you can see in the photograph on this slide, and issued the Royaumont Declaration about the way forward for former Yugoslavia. The goals of the Royaumont Declaration included restoring dialogue and confidence within the Southeast European region, preventing tension and crises, and promoting reconciliation, regional cooperation, economic reconstruction, and good neighborliness. Our program was founded as part of the Royaumont project, and that means that it has some special goals. So, of course, as a master's degree, our program has academic goals, in this case, to promote research and teaching about Southeastern Europe, and also to promote interdisciplinary understandings. We examine the region from different disciplinary perspectives, and I'll say a little bit more about that later on. But in addition, we also have political goals, which include deepening our understanding of Southeastern Europe, and also promoting peace, a lasting peace, of course, democracy and reconciliation in the region, and helping to promote multicultural understanding among students not only from the region, as was the original aim, but also well beyond. Because one of the interesting things about our program is that although it was initially founded as a program for students from the Southeast European Studies region, it's subsequently become a strongly international program. The program covers all the countries of Southeastern Europe, 12 countries. So in addition to the Western Balkan countries, it's Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, and Turkey. So far, we have had 579 alumni from 43 different countries. And I'm showing you them here grouped. First of all, we have students from the region itself, but then we have students from many other countries of the European Union, including countries from Central and Eastern Europe. And in addition, we have a third group of students who come from all around the world. As you can see, Australia, Canada, Jordan, Nigeria, and so on. According to a survey which we carried out among our alumni in 2020, around 30% of our alumni actually proceed to further study after the program. Of those in employment, 35% held positions in the public sector, in government, 22% in educational research, and 20% in business or finance. So there are lots of options in terms of employment after this program. So I mentioned earlier that this is an interdisciplinary program, and our courses are based in different disciplines, the 5 disciplines that you can see here, not just the 3 mentioned in the title of our program. That means that we examine the region from many different perspectives, drawing on the knowledge and understanding that different social sciences can offer us. The structure of the program, this is a one-year program, it's 12 months. And we have 2 taught semesters, the winter semester and the spring semester. During these semesters, students will take 3 courses each semester, and each course is equivalent to 10 ECTS. During the summer period, after the end of teaching, students research and write a 15,000-word thesis, which is equivalent to 15 ECTS. So the total ECTS for the program is 75. One of the big problems that students normally have on our program is deciding which courses to choose. So let me just show you what's on offer for the upcoming academic year. In the winter semester, you have a choice of these 5 courses. And of course, you can only take 3. It's quite a tough choice to make. The courses cover political science, history, political economy, and international relations. Then in the spring semester, we make things even harder for you by offering 6 different courses, again from a broad range of disciplines, and with, as you can see here, a very broad range of topics, including our new course on climate policies and climate diplomacy in Southeastern Europe. Who can join this program? You need to be a graduate of a Greek or foreign university. You need a minimum grade of 6.5 out of 10 or equivalent. So if your degree is a grade out of 4, you need to work out whether it actually reaches or exceeds that 6.5 minimum. You need to have a certificate of C1 level English, and you need to be able to bring us 2 letters of reference, at least one of which should be from one of your professors. And the good news is that citizens who come from the countries shown on this slide, the Western Balkans, Romania, and Bulgaria, can receive a full fee waiver. You can find out more information about that from our secretariat. To find out more about our program, you can find us on YouTube, where we have a series of videos that may interest you. And we also have accounts on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you wish to contact us, here are our contact details. So thank you for listening so far. Now I would like to hand you over to 2 of our students. First of all, I would like to offer the floor to Alexandra Potter, who is one of our students in 2022 to 2023.
Hello, my name is Alexandra Potter, and I had a bachelor's in political science. I'm from the United States. And I was very thankful to get a scholarship to come over and do this master's program in Athens. I seek out a future in studying comparative politics, so this is perfect for me to get experience studying and living in another region to compare it with the United States. And I really loved this program from the combination of the studies and how good they were for me, as well as life in Athens and from your social life to things to do in Athens and the friendships you make with your peers in this program. One of the things that I always say that I loved about the program was that you come out of class and sometimes everybody hangs out, after classes in the evenings, and we'll still be talking about the topics in class, but then everybody's sharing, maybe the perspective from their country on a certain topic. So you learn a lot about the countries in the region or around the world from your peers as well, beyond the classroom. So it was a really special year for me, and I'm very thankful for it. So I'm happy to share more after this.
Okay, thank you very much. So Alexandra is one of our international students, but we'd now like to hear from one of our Greek students, Marios Founorakis. Marios, over to you.
Thank you. My name is Marios Founorakis. I am from Greece. I decided to be part of this master after my graduation from the University of Athens of the Department of Political Science. I wanted to focus in the area of Western Balkans because I find it a very interesting area. And this master gave me the chance to learn about the economic, historical, political events of this region. I totally recommend this master because there are many options that you can live in Athens to be part of an international master at the same time if you are a Greek student. Also, the professors are very close to the students, willing to help them. The administrative staff is also very helpful, and the structure and the is not so difficult. So you can you can work at the same time. You can have a social life, and also, I want to stress the fact that there are scholarships that can ask to take from various institutions, not only Greece, but also from international institutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marios. So now we'd like to open up the floor to your questions.
Thank you for your lovely presentations and your contributions to this presentation today. So we've got a couple of questions from our participants that I would like first to address to Mrs. Verney. And the first thing relates to the fact that there are some lessons offered that can be considered to be quite challenging, such as political economy or law. And I would like to ask you whether somebody needs to have specialized knowledge in order to meet the needs of such classes.
No, absolutely not. Our political economy classes are taught on the assumption that most students will not have an economic background. Of course, if you do, it helps, but you can certainly flourish in these courses without having that background. The same applies to the other courses, for example, in fields like international law. They are aimed at students who are interested in the Southeast European region, and they're aiming to provide different interdisciplinary tools for students to understand that region, but without assuming that you'll have the knowledge. So any student who is willing to read and work hard should be able to manage this program.
That's great, thank you.
Another
question. Lexi would like to come in.
Yeah, I want to take a stab at this question too, because, you know, for me personally, I always kind of was a little nervous about taking classes about the economy. And I think this program did a really good job at easing students in, not just with I took an economics class both semesters. So that was a big change for me. And I found them both really helpful. And I think that goes for all of the classes. I mean, each one, the professors were really good at easing you into the material. And building it being more challenging throughout the semester. And so I think it was really great in terms of, you know, maybe you being shy about a topic at first and then easing you into it. Sometimes it can be a challenge for, you know, a professor who's so smart about a topic, who's so educated on the topic, to dumb it down for students. But I think all the professors do a really good job at that in this program.
Thank you so much for this. Now, another question to Mrs. Verney. Marios Fournarakis touched on this issue, but I'd like to Mrs. Verney to talk to us from her experience concerning the needs of the program and whether students that are working can manage.
Yes, very good question. In fact, normally around 1/3 of our students are working at the same time as studying. So it's a very usual situation for us to have working students. And in order to accommodate students, all our classes are taught in the late afternoons. The earliest time a class will start is 4 o'clock. Some start at 5 o'clock, which should make it easier for working students.
That sounds very convenient. Now, another question. Are there any guest lectures?
Yes, guest lectures are an important feature of this program. We have normally guest lectures from a mixture of academics and practitioners. And just to give you an example, some of the topics that we had guest lectures on last year, they included the future of Turkey-EU relations, external intervention in the Western Balkans, EU enlargement and the Ukraine war, the resistance in 1940s Greece, the rise of fascism in 1930s Yugoslavia, and the Prespa Agreement between Greece and North Macedonia in 2018. And we also organized a special event about the Turkish elections, which took place earlier this year. So this is not an indication of what we will have guest lectures about in the upcoming year, but this is an indication of the kind of topics that we've had in the past.
Thank you very much. That's very interesting. Now a question to Lexi. I would like you, Lexi, to talk to us about your experience from life in Athens.
So I really loved living in Athens. For me, I haven't really had a lot of experiences living in big cities, and Athens is a very multicultural city, as well as the program is multicultural. And there's constantly stuff to do in Athens. One thing I loved is that some of my peers in the class, we would frequently invite each other to events that we found. So there were all kinds of artsy events, from poetry film festivals to contemporary dance performances, anything you can think of. There were all kinds of cool events. So we went and saw the opera as well at the end of the year at the theater at the Acropolis, which was really cool. I mean, you will always have stuff to do. There's plenty of places near Athens that you could do day trips to as well. So I think there's a huge quality of life aspect in terms of living in Athens that I really appreciated. And it really opened my eyes to getting out of what I was used to in the US. I've lived in Florida for most of my life in the US, so it was a big change for me, and I was just really thankful for getting to experience so much. So
thank you. We are really glad you have gained such important experiences here in Athens, that's for sure. And a last question that our participants would like to address to Marios. If I may ask you, Marios, as being a Greek student, what were the benefits of your participation in an international program?
Thanks for the question. Yes, right. For the Greek students, the master gives the opportunity to broaden their horizons, remain to their country. You meet people from all over the world. I come in contact with people from different cultures. I think that it's a second master. It's a parallel master. You do a master Southeast European studies, and you do also a master in international relations. You meet people from all over the world. You go out every day with people from different cultures, and it's a parallel master. So it's a unique experience, and it makes the work for every Greek student to give it a try if it has an interest to Balkans and generally to international relations. Because it's not like the master taught in Greek, that you meet people from your own country and you don't have a chance to exchange ideas, thoughts. So I recommend it.
Thank you very much. That's all the questions we've got. The floor to you, Mrs. Bernie.
Okay, well, we hope that we have given you some indication of the content and benefits of this program. We hope that you would like to find out more about it. Please do feel free to contact us, and also look us up on social media and on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.